Hi, everybody. It is episode 580 of PodQuest.
Hey.
It is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. I am Chris. With me is Droo
Hello.
and Walnut.
Yeah, I'm here.
How's everybody doing?
Ugh, it was a weird day.
It's been a week. It's been a week. It's generally the best I can say.
Every week has been a week.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and it's another week. It's another Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's all I really got. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, the energy is low for the PodQuest crew because it's just been busyness and just not being able to do much for pretty much all of us. So that's why it's low energy. However, there are some things I guess we could talk about, it seems.
Yeah, so what is on the agenda?
On the agenda, Drew, you went to this arcade called The Game is Afoot, which I don't know how games are feet, but you'll have to explain that. I played a little bit of Anno 1880. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Did I say 1880 when I texted you?
I may have just mistyped it, but I thought that's what it said.
I gotta look it up now. It's 1800. Did I say 1880? Now I gotta figure it out just because I want to know if I told you the wrong thing or if you just made something up.
I mistyped it. You did put.
Okay.
I even responded to you saying 1800.
Okay, so you just messed up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just needed to make sure I wasn't wrong. I played a little bit of Anno 1800, and then there was a state of play today that Cobb told me was yesterday and reminded me about it today, and I completely forgot. So while we're talking, I am going to be looking through posts about it to see what really they had.
They had some games. It was a pretty short state of play.
Only about a half hour, it seems.
35 minutes, so yeah.
Yeah, well, the video currently on YouTube, on PlayStation's YouTube, is an hour and 10 minutes, but 40 minutes of it is 35 minutes of it is, or maybe 30 minutes of it is a countdown.
Yep.
And then the last 5 minutes is like, just end 5 minutes.
Yeah, because that's the, they just convert like the live premiere to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, eventually they'll cut out all the other stuff. But Drew, what is the game as a play?
So, my partner found this. It's a little like kind of. I mean, it's an arcade, but it's all free play. You pay it's 15 minutes or $15 for an hour, or it's like $5 for every 15 minutes. So it was something like you save $1 if you get a full hour instead, or whatever. But yeah, so they had like a handful of different arcade machines. They had a few like MAME cabinets, like those arcade cabinets that you can buy now that just have like all the fucking emulators on it and basically whatever game you want to play from like N64, PlayStation 1 era back. But yeah, it's all just free play, and you play what you want for your time while you're out there. And it was pretty cool. Nice little arcade. It's out in Warrington, so like
I was about to ask,
40 minutes outside the city. But yeah, it's a cool little place.
Play anything cool while you were there?
I mean, they had like it's not a taiko drum, but they had a little like drumming rhythm game thing that was fun, and played like Hydro Thunder and a couple other like racing games and one light gun game, some Street Fighter 2.
I went to their website. You can actually walk around and take a virtual tour of the place.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It looks like a cool place. Unfortunately, obviously no one's made a complaint about it, which is probably why they're still open. MAME cabinets are illegal to be used as a like an arcade cabinet for profit.
So they do legally sell the multi-cab ones. Like businesses have to license them. So it's not like a MAME cabinet.
Well, I mean, it depends on how it is, because like you are allowed to legally have one and use it for your personal use. You cannot use it for profit, essentially.
It's also potentially squirrely because you don't specifically pay to use the machine. So, like,
I
mean, you're paying to get in there. and play the machines though. So it's like
Right, but again, like as far as any sort of legality goes, I don't know on that.
yeah,
I'm sure they could easily make the argument, well, nobody puts money into the specific machine. Like, you rent time, you pay for time in the place, and that's what you're
Yeah.
paying for. So that's where it gets like questionable. But also, it's not like you said, they have you can easily see these machines on the 3D tour they have on their website. So it's like, yeah, hey.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now that's right between Terminator Salvation and Air Raid. This is not a drill, where it just says the game is afoot, and they've got everyone's favorite game showcasing on it, Shenmue. Because it's a Dreamcast.
Okay.
It's a Dreamcast console.
Does go a little further up, but yeah. Oh, it was a cool little place. I would go back out there again to play a little bit more or whatever. But
Yeah.
Nice.
It seems pretty cool. It's a shame that like arcades aren't more profitable and popular
Agreed.
nowadays. Like I would love, like honestly, it has kind of always been sort of my dream to own an arcade, and it would be like in the sense of like not Dave and Buster's, but it would be an arcade cafe kind of thing. It's really what I want to go for is like arcade and coffee, and maybe late nights arcade and beer, but like it's a cafe more so than a Dave and Buster's kind of sports bar kind of deal. But it's just like they don't make a lot of money. Arcades just aren't a big thing anymore nowadays. But they're always like it's the layout's pretty cool. It's like basically looks like it's two storefronts combined into one. And yeah, it's just a bunch of arcade. This is a bunch of arcade caps.
Yeah, and they also had like a party room if you
Yeah.
had private parties. I think they have like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday like blocked for private events. So they're open Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the public, basically. And it looks like, at least according to Google, I don't remember looking because we weren't going to be out there for that long, but they have like a $40 all day price too. So
Is that one of those like come and go sort of ones? Where
I'd
like...
hope so, but I don't 100% know without digging through their whole website and seeing if it says somewhere. Because there are like lots of other shops and stuff around there, and literally a movie theater like right next door. So it would be kind of cool, like if you wanted to go out, play arcade games, go to a movie, go eat, go back to play more arcade games or whatever.
Yeah, that's where those like all day ones come in handy. Because I think the doesn't the Pincater one up in like Asbury Park have that where like it's like and you can get like an all day pass, you can leave and get food, come back.
That sounds right. I'm pretty sure they do a wristband thing.
Yeah, I thought so. Because yeah, like that wouldn't be so bad, you know. Like you said, like go see a movie, come back, play some more games, get a bite to eat. That sounds better than like going to a Dave and Buster's and spending too much money on all of the things.
Right.
Yeah.
Spending all that money on the food and then like $1.50 per game or whatever at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, and so many of their games are just like games meant to get you tickets. Well, so like
Dave and Buster's is basically all carnival games. I mean, that's what I call the ticket games or carnival games.
Yeah.
That's basically all Dave and Buster's is. They're not really an arcade. They don't have like
they have a handful of like light gun games and like racing games.
Yeah.
But, a lot of stuff they have the Fruit Ninja arcade cabinet.
Dave and Buster's is gambling for children, is what it is. It's a casino for children. Is all Dave and Buster's is. And like, look, that's kind of what an arcade is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you're not
which
wrong.
Is why they're kind of like not the most profitable and not the best thing. Oh, they got Golden Tee 99. Let's go. I gotta go there and play some Golden Tee. I did see the
Golden Tee machine while I was on there.
I
will say the layout they have currently, they've slightly moved things around versus what is on the 3D tour, but
I'm sure this 3D tour was a like when they first opened or around when they first opened.
Yeah. And it actually is right at the front of their website. The $40 all day you can come and go. So
it's just it's unfortunate that this place is in Warrington, PA, and not somewhere that's more like touristy in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Warrington is for us, it's pretty far out there. It's what, like an hour or so, maybe about a half hour.
From us, it's like an hour for sure.
Yeah, so it's like it's not really like for me. I kind of agree. Like the all day pass wouldn't. What else are you doing in Warrington? Like, what else are you gonna have to do there? Unless you know people that live out there and you're meeting up with them and you're coming back and forth. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate its location. It seems like a cool place, but it's unfortunate its location. And
it's funny. I am going to be about 7 minutes from there in October for a client.
Just pop in.
Actually, it might not even be that far.
Cobb, they got Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Like, you gotta go play the Fast and Furious racing game. They got 2 of them. They got 2 Fast and Furious drift games. You gotta go play.
That's
did you get any?
It is 2 turns.
Did you get any high scores, Drew? Did you beat any games?
No, can't say that I did.
They got like the Star Wars Starfighter with the pod.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a 3-in-1. It's got Star Wars and it's got 2 other games that no one cares about.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there might be somebody that cares about it. You don't know.
Gauntlet Legends. And they got some solid games. Yeah. Selection personally for me isn't the best. But like I'd go hang out and play some friggin' pinball for a bit too.
Right, yeah. I mean, they had the Terminator 2 pinball machine.
Yeah, I wish
a fucking classic.
If they had some more modern pinball cabinets, I guess. I don't really know if they're cabinets for pinball or not. But if they had like more modern pinball tables, that's it, yeah. I'd be a little bit more stoked for it. And I'm a little bummed out that the Star Trek Voyager is a Star Trek Voyager and not the Jurassic Park game. Because I thought it was Jurassic Park for a second.
I can see why that it's that shape for sure.
Yeah, but cool.
Yeah, sounds like it was a fun place to go.
Yeah, it was worth it for a little date night.
What game did you spend your time playing the most?
Which took longer, the drum thing or the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift game? Actually, it was probably the drum thing because like you play like 3 songs and then it's game over or whatever. Again, I mean, it's all on free play, so we could have just started a new set of songs if we wanted. But
yeah, I mean, this is I'm sure they 100% have moved stuff around because I'm not even seeing any sort of drum game on the virtual tour.
It's like right near a doorway.
So, are you talking the Kung Fu Panda Dojo Mojo game?
No.
Yeah, I don't think oh, there it is, right next to it, across the way. There it is. Percussion Master. Nice.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh,
cool.
It's cool. I would definitely go again, but it's a thing where it's like, okay, it's not like random spur of the moment we're gonna go. It's like, okay, we're gonna make a plan to go out there.
Make a plan, go grab dinner, whatever.
Yep.
Like you could definitely like justify doing an all day event there and getting the $40 and doing lunch and dinner and whatnot until they open and close. But again, it is kind of small, so like how long can you actually spend here before you're like, all right, I'm done?
Yeah, I mean, like an hour was a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah.
And like that's definitely one of those things where it comes in like if you do one of those like day passes, like being able to like kind of like go in and out is like a benefit because 1 hour in there you've probably like got your fill of it for the time, but like you go get dinner, you can go back and like spend another hour and like play a couple more games or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, anything else you want to say about it, Drew?
Nah.
Right. Well, in that case, Rich, tell us about Anno 1800.
So Anno 1800, it's been out for a while, and I've probably talked about it in the past. When was the release date for Anno 1800?
I feel like 1800 has been out for a long
2019.
time.
I am pretty sure you talked about this once before because I recognized the name.
Yeah, it's so Anno 1800 has been out since 2019. They're actually releasing Anno Pax Romana, which is like, so Anno 1800 takes place in the 1800s. It's steam power, things like that. It's all Victorian build and whatnot. Whereas Pax Romana is like ancient Rome times and stuff like that, and like Vikings and shit. And so I've been watching one of my favorite YouTubers, City Planner Plays, playing Pax Romana for a lot of his a lot of their like promo material for the release of the game. And I'm just been like, I want to play Anno 1800 again. So on Saturday, I just was like, I had nothing else to do, no one to hang out with, nothing to do. So I popped on Anno 1800, and I played. I decided to do the campaign, or like the story, which is like kind of slowly puts you through the steps and teaches you how to play the game, because it is a city builder strategy game, similar to like Civ, but not Civ, where it's like the tiles and stuff. It's more open and broad. And like, I don't know if there's like specific win conditions on each map. It's just play the map until you're done kind of stuff. So that's how it's like it diverges from Civ, but like you can go to war with like there's other factions or other families on your map. There's other towns on your map, other AI towns, and you could theoretically go to war with them and fight them and take them over and seize their land and property and whatnot and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I've never really dived too far into it. I saw somebody play it a while back and I liked it, so I decided to play it again or buy it, and I played it. I have a total of 8 hours playtime on this game. I played it once, enjoyed it, and then never touched it again because it is just one of those games that takes a lot of time to play. And so I sunk about 6 hours into it on which I feel like the 8 hour time is wrong because it was six hours this past Saturday. So it had to have been more time than I played it back in the past, but maybe not. But I sunk about 6 hours into it, and the story, like, it takes you through like the beginning cycles of building up your town and how to build it up, and it's just like it's an interesting like way that it works where you need to figure out your supply chains and make sure they are like optimized. You don't want to have too much or too little of something. And then you also have to figure out your worker supply, because you start building farm shacks and then you can upgrade those farm shacks and then you have workers instead of farmers. And then you upgrade the workers and you get artisans. And then you upgrade the artisans and you get something else, which I haven't unlocked yet. And so you have to make sure that when you're doing the upgrading, because you are losing farmers to create workers, you have to make sure you have enough worker balance to keep with the farmers so that the farmers keep doing their thing, but have the workers to do the work that they need, while also managing and making sure that you're pulling in the proper number of taxes that you need to raise your economy, because farmers pay less in taxes than workers, and workers pay less in taxes than artisans, because honestly that's how it should be. As you go up in society, you should pay more taxes. And so I got into some trouble because I was playing and I don't know, I was just dicking around, not paying attention at all, and it had probably been about an hour since I'd achieved any sort of like story content. And I just look over, and all of a sudden, I went from $40,000 to they were yelling at me saying that I'm about to lose all my money, and I was just like, what the fuck happened? How did this happen? And like I was still kind of figuring out how to balance out the economy and like what I needed to do, and so like I first started by like exporting goods, and it was primarily the things I was exporting were raw materials. Like I was making some money, but I wasn't making enough, and I wasn't out of the red, because that doesn't get added to your economy, whatever you're exporting. You just get that payout, like that lump sum payout, as people come visit your what's it called? Your cities and whatnot. So like I was like, I don't know how to go from being in the red to not being in the red. And I get a side quest. Hey, get out of the red. And I'm just frantically placing stuff all over the place. All right, I need to get some more farms down so I can make some more bread, so I can sell some bread. But that wasn't what I needed to do. I needed to upgrade some of my farmers to get more taxes from the workers. But that would also in turn mean that they wouldn't be working. So I don't really know how much that balances out, like whether or not they're working and whether they're paying the proper taxes or not. But you need to ensure that each like class type, I guess you could say, has high enough happiness to not want to move out. and the higher their happiness, the more they're going to pay in their return taxes. So it was like I was running into an issue where I didn't have enough money to actually build the things I needed to build to make the workers happy, to get them to 99% happiness. So I was like, well, if I upgrade more, I'll get like a little bit more money from each person. But then like as I was upgrading, I was imbalanced with not having enough workers, and so then my worker population was going down. And I'm like, I don't know what to, and I spent 3 hours trying to figure out how to balance my economy. I finally did it. When the game is sitting here, literally the game will tell you every 2 hours, you've been playing for X amount of hours. Maybe go take a drink or take a break and walk around. And I'm super grateful it did that, because at 6 hours, I was like, oh, fuck, it's been 6 hours. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me go to bed.
That's like the third time you've done that in the last few.
And only really the second. Well, yeah, it was twice in 1 week for Timberborn. And then it was now, but that was like the Timberborn was like a month ago. That's fine.
Wait, didn't you do it with Hollow Knight?
No, Hollow Knight was an accidental 8-hour stream, but it wasn't until 2 o'clock in the morning. Hollow Knight was just, I meant to stop to watch the Eagles game, potentially expecting somebody to say, hey, come over and watch the Eagles game. But no one ever did, so I just kept playing. That's really all Hollow Knight was. I ended up stopping by like 8:30, but yes, I ate breakfast and then dinner that day, and I didn't need anything in between. But that's not as bad as like accidentally being up playing until 2 o'clock in the morning or 4. I think Timberborn was at 3, maybe 4 in the morning when I stopped, and I had work the next day. Like it was a Tuesday into a Wednesday. Yeah. And I played until about 3 or 4 in the morning. Literally somebody that I'm friends with who lives in the UK went to bed and woke up and I was still streaming. And they were like, why are you still streaming? And I'm like, you're right. I need to stop. Yeah. So like it doesn't happen often. It happens when I play those kinds of games, which is why I can't play them during the week, because I will just get lost in them trying to figure out balancing and whatnot. But like the basic generic story is like, oh, you left and went to the new world, and then your father passed away, so you have to go back to the old world for his funeral. And it turns out that like his brother, your uncle, is doing some shady business, and so now you're trying to bring back the family name and solve his murder. And which basically is, oh yeah, your uncle planned to murder your dad so that he could take over the family business and be rich, because rich people be doing stupid rich shit.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so it's a very generic story, but like the way they present it and introduce it, and slowly trickle in aspects of the game that I never really touched, like the exploration and the making relationships with the other factions and faculties that are on the map. My biggest complaint is I don't like the layout of the starting island on that map, because it does really severely limit the space that you have. And expanding, or at least expansion on my part, is really hard because I didn't have a lot of money. I at one point sat there, turned it up. Once I finally got into the green, I turned it to 3 times speed and sat there for 20 minutes just watching it, and got to like $40,000 again. And basically let like 2 years pass or something like that. But I was just like, I just need to make money. I need to stop doing everything else and make money. But like it does get a little difficult with the starting out, because the game is like, it's island based, so it's not just a big whole landmass. You basically get a bit of an island, and then you have your ship that you can travel to different islands and make ports. I don't know if you can make a port on an island where another faction is. I haven't tried that yet. But some of the islands are fertile for certain resources, while other islands are fertile for other resources. So on my starting island, I could not grow hops, so I needed to branch off to another island to grow hops so I could start making beer, so I could get like the workers happy with beer rather than just drinking peach schnapps and stuff like that. So it's very meticulous as to how you need to like spread out the wealth and make sure that like everyone's happy, so that you can be getting as many taxes as you can. But when I finally got everything settled, I'm like, I'm happy. However, the whole second half of the island that you unlock partway through the story, is filled with, there's 3 oil wells. So it's like, well, I can't really build anything over here because I'm gonna need to use the oil wells to gather oil when that comes into play. So like that cuts off half this area. So like I'm trying and playing with the idea of moving stuff around, which is great. Not many games let you do this freely, but you can just pick stuff up and move it somewhere. It doesn't have to be like, you don't like, you have to pay a little bit of money, but normally like if you're trying to move stuff or relocate stuff, you kind of have to build it and then destroy it. This one it'll let you just
pay something crazy to
pay a fee. Like
migrate.
I don't know how much it would be, but I'm thinking of like trying that and like moving some industrial stuff more closer to the that side of it, moving my fishing ports to like a different part of the island so that they're fishing from over there, and I get all like, I have like all my trade vessels and stuff in front of my main port, stuff like that. Like I'm trying to like, it's the way the game incorporates it, and this is a way like all city builders do. It's like you start off with only like, you don't have everything at the beginning. I can't go right into like, all right, let's bring tourism onto my island right away. You don't unlock that until you get so far into it, and then it's like, all right, well now I have to redesign my entire island, my entire home to fit like the needs of tourism. And it's like I just have so many houses, so many workers buildings and buildings in general for housing. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to like properly manage this and move all this around to be in a better, more comfortable position, but I have to, because it's looking a little messy. It's looking a little messy.
Well, but at least those are the sorts of games that like you generally kind of like fall pretty far into. So.
Oh yeah, the games like this and Timberborn, Cities, like I'll fall hard into it and I'll play it one, 2, or 3 times, and then it's like, all right, I've had my fill. Like
those 3 times are 12 hours at a time.
Yeah, they're 6+ hour sessions, stuff like that. Yeah, like I thought about playing it this past Sunday instead of playing Hollow Knight, but it was just like, no, I got to play Hollow Knight because I am at this point, not on Sunday, right now, I am 40 hours into Hollow Knight and I still have not gotten into Act 3 yet.
Jesus.
Which is the final act. But I have just been exploring and doing everything. One of the main reasons is because with Hollow Knight, from what I know, from what I've read, certain content gets locked away once you go from Act 2 to 3. So I wanted to get everything I could done in Act 2 before going to Act 3. And
that
like,
makes sense.
I think I've done it all. I think. I don't know. But like, I'm also at the point where I'm just like, I kind of just want to push forward now. I want to keep going. I want to do more stuff because like basically the entire map is uncovered, and the whole of Act 3 is going back through the whole map and finding stuff that wasn't there before or something like that. So it's I think Act 3 is probably one of the shorter acts of the game, but probably has some of the more difficult bosses, which I'm excited for. But yeah, Anno 1800. If you like sim strategy games, that's definitely a good game to play. It's definitely a good game.
Nice. Well, I guess then the next up is the Sony State of Play.
Yeah. So there was a Sony State of Play, and
you forgot to watch it.
We got Wolverine stuff. Like literally, I'm going through this IGN article you shared, and like, that's really all that's kind of interesting.
So I will say the Saros, however you're supposed to say it, the Returnal follow-up, because I don't think it's necessarily a sequel, since you're following a different character. Well, it is not a game that I will likely play, since I also didn't play Returnal. It looks really good. Like, it looks like from what they were saying, because they were like talking as they were showing the gameplay, they've like added to it and expanded on it, and I don't know if the original had permanent upgrades, but this one definitely does. So like when you die, you'll come back and some upgrades you'll get to keep.
Mm-hmm.
But like just the gameplay actually looked like legitimately good.
Yeah, the Returnal is it's a game that I love and wish I went back to more frequently. I absolutely love that game. There's so much that I want to like replay through and experience. I have not done like finding a lot of the hollow logs and things like that when it comes to Returnal. That like I'm pretty excited to see that they're getting a sequel to it coming out next year, which is even better. But like I'm also I yeah I'll definitely get it, but it's just these games are huge and got great story. Yeah, I don't know. I've got nothing negative to say. I want it. I want it.
Yeah, and they didn't get into the story or anything. They were just playing or just doing like gameplay.
Yeah.
But like, and I'm reading this to like remember some of the stuff they were saying. But there's something like every time the sun dies, time stretches and tears, which I forget what that did in the gameplay trailer. But like the environments were actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a shield. I don't know if the original game had a shield or not.
No,
but there was like a way there. It was an upgrade that you could. It was one of the permanent upgrades you could get that you could actually like block some of the projectiles for like a short time.
Mm-hmm. So the original game had a sword, and that was really your blocking or parrying and whatnot. It didn't really have a shield. I believe there were like minor permanent upgrades, but nothing like major. Like there was upgrades to your suit and to your sword and stuff, kind of. I don't fully remember it. Last time I played it was about 3 years ago. The sun also plays a big part. We hear every time the sun dies, time stretches and tears. And weapons appear to be powered by the eclipse happening as well. So what that means to me is there was no day-night cycle in Returnal. So there's probably some form of a day-night cycle where things get crazier or hectic during the night than they do during the day. Maybe your weapons get more powerful and stuff, which is going to be interesting to see a game like this have a day-night cycle. Because, yeah, it was pretty much... The events of Returnal kind of happened over the course of, like, a day, if I remember. Like, by the time you got to the last zone, it was night, and it stayed night. Like, so the game, you can say, is two halves. And by the time you got to the last zone on the first half, it was always night. And then it kind of maybe did similar for the second half. It was like day when you started the second half, and then night by the time it was always night at that point. But there wasn't like a cycle for it. It wasn't moving day to night as you ran. But like it had been a while. And it was the way they did. Like, I don't want to spoil, even though the game's been out for so long. I don't want to spoil much. There's a time jump which changes the first half to the second half, and that's about all I'll talk about with the time jump. And it changes the world up quite a bit with that time jump. It is a decent time jump.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll get more into it if you want me to. I can definitely talk about that game quite a bit.
No, we're talking about the state of play. We don't need to talk about Returnal. You talked about that a lot 5 years ago when it came out.
Probably.
What else? I mean, there was Battlefield 6 stuff, which I don't think any of us care about. I don't think any of us.
It looked cool, but I haven't played Battlefield in forever.
Same. And like, do you guys play Neo at all?
Nope.
I've never played any of the Neos. I know they look pretty. They're more action based than anything else, if I remember correctly. Like, yeah, I've never actually played them, but I've always been like, oh, that game looks cool. That's about it.
Yeah. The Zero Parade for Dead Spies, I thought actually looked kind of cool. It looks like and they call it out in the thing here. It looks like Disco Elysium, and I don't know. Oh yeah, so it is from the same dev that did Disco Elysium.
Oh, okay.
So it's that kind of like it's like a computer RPG more than anything. But this one looks to be like spy based, so espionage and all that stuff.
Mm.
I don't know, like it. So I always wanted to actually get into Disco Elysium, but like it's one of those things that does play better with like a mouse and keyboard, and I don't want to do that. But I might have to I think I have it on PC. I should see how it controls on the Steam Deck at some point.
It probably controls fine on the Steam Deck, to be honest.
It depends if it has like decent controller support or if it's like community controller support. But either way, like this one also looks cool. So there's that. I don't know anything about Code Vein, but Code Vein 2 is coming.
Yeah, it looks just like an anime. I haven't even watched the trailer. It looks like an anime. It looks
Yeah.
like an anime game.
Flight Simulator, that's a thing.
I mean,
Actually,
it's kind of wild we're getting Microsoft Flight Simulator on a PlayStation.
that is true.
Like, it's just weird to see that.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but also like kind of cool. And I missed.
Oh, definitely
So
cool.
I missed this during the things. Like I kind of tuned out with Flight Simulator. It's going to have PSVR 2 support,
Oh, wow.
or at least they're working on it. So that
Yeah.
that would actually be kind of cool. So I don't know if the PC version supports any VR.
Good question.
I mean, if it supported anything, it would have to be like the one of the Valve ones, because like the Quest is like PC-less, and there's no fucking way that thing would handle Flight Simulator. One of the things that I actually thought was cool is the Deus Ex remaster. That was one of those games where I remember back in like the early 2000s, like the original Deus Ex was in like all the magazines. It was on like G4 all the time, and it just looked really cool. And for whatever reason, I just never actually gave it a shot.
Mm-hmm. Same.
But even like when they showed the trailer for this, they showed like the original box art too, and I'm like, yep, nope, I remember that box art. There were tons of copies at GameStop. But that is something, like, depending on the price, because it is like it's a remaster, so who fucking knows what they're going to charge for it.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually like give that one a shot, especially if it's not like, I have to imagine that's not PlayStation only.
No, probably not.
Oh, and actually this updated with a few more things. I had forgotten about that. I wish the Halloween games, I wish they weren't just online multiplayer. Like, I get it, like that's literally how they're like doing it. But like the Jason one that from a couple years ago, and this one, like the whole idea of getting to like walk around it as like the villain from the movies and like try to take people out just seems fun. But like I don't want to do that with a bunch of strangers online.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everyone's trying to cash in on Dead by Daylight. And so they try
years
to make
later.
and they try to make the clones of Dead by Daylight, even though they've all had licensing with Dead by Daylight that they no longer have. I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure you can buy Michael Myers anymore on DVD, but like they see its success, pseudo success, I would say. And they're just like, well, we got to do that too. And it's like, what I have to ask, what would you want a Michael Myers game to be?
I mean, like, legitimately trying to like take out like the people in the town while they're trying to do whatever it is to stop him, kind of like in the movies.
So are you playing as a person, or are you playing as Michael Myers? Like in your solo Michael Myers Halloween game, which side are you on?
I think it would be cool to play that as Michael Myers. Did you play that last Friday game with us?
Yes, we played it once.
Yeah. So like a game like kind of the way that did, where, you know, depending on the part of the game you're in, like Michael either has you're either trying to take people out or you're actually trying to escape from them. Like,
yeah.
I don't know exactly how it would work. I just think it would be kind of cool to like do that. But like a game like that, like while I'm like, if that game was free on like PlayStation Plus or something, I would give it like a round or two. But like those games have no leg. Like it's going to have some players for the first month, and then it's going to be slim pickings because that's just how they go. The Friday the 13th game was like that. There was that other asynchronous multiplayer game that like Xbox did, where you were like people fighting like giant monsters underground or something like that. It was like an Xbox One game. I don't even remember what it was called.
Are you thinking of Evolve?
I think
maybe
so.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like those games just don't have legs. So like having a way to do it single player, you know, would at least be somewhat interesting.
Yeah, I just don't know how you would make that interesting. Like I don't know how you would make being Michael Myers interesting in a solo aspect, because the AI is going to become incredibly predictable, and you're just chasing after them, and like the AI is going, like it would just be you chasing after people. Michael Myers can't die. We've seen that in all of his movies. Even if he gets shot up by cops, like you're just gonna walk up and kill the cop. Like I don't know how you would make a solo Michael Myers interesting. reverse it, and I totally understand the idea. Like, now you're going into Alien Isolation territory where you're playing as a person running from Michael Myers. I totally understand that aspect.
I forget it. Did you play Alien Isolation?
I did, and I hated it.
Yeah, because wasn't it like very little actually running from the alien?
No, the alien only chased you on this space station of a bunch of other people, and that took me out of it, to be 100% honest.
Oh, because it wasn't chasing any of like the NPCs.
Well, you're on a space station, and you don't really encounter other NPCs, but you do know that they're on the space station, but the alien's only coming after you. And the alien's tracking it's region based, so if you go from one area of the ship to the other, it knows you went to that area of the ship, but it doesn't know where you went, which to me is bullshit. It shouldn't know where you went at all if it didn't see you. And so I didn't like how even though it is revered as one of the best AIs that they ever created, because it's a multi-form AI, one form that knows where you went and one that just knows the general location of where to hunt for you, and it combines the two. It just, to me, it just it didn't connect, and it took me out of it. It turned it more into a game and less of a survival, if that makes sense.
That's fair. That is fair.
But like that's where I could understand a game being a Halloween or not even Friday the 13th, because that's all in your fucking dreams. What other villain would there be? Really just Halloween or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or any of those. Jason. Jason is Friday the 13th, right? No, I was thinking Nightmare on Elm Street. So yeah, Jason is Friday the 13th. Like, that's where I could see a lot of those going, but it does. That would probably have a little bit more legs, but you would get limited to like, it's going to become very repetitive with each time you're playing, because it's like, or each level, because it's like, all right, you're in this big area, you need to find the secret, and then or you need to find the lore, and then you need to leave, and it would just. I don't know how entertaining those would be as a solo feature, but I do also get what you're saying with, like, they don't necessarily have legs, because you're right. Like, I mean, Evolve, I was looking into it. Evolve just shut down in 2023. Servers shut down in 2023, so I don't know.
Like, people playing it, I'm pretty sure dropped off pretty steadily early on.
Yeah.
It may have gotten like some sort of like second wind at some point, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, currently, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is basically a Dead by Daylight clone, 24-hour peak is 281 players. That game came out during the pandemic. It came out during the pandemic. Or in Steam charts goes all the way back to August 2023. So it's only been out for 3 years. However, Dead by Daylight on Steam charts. Daylight
has been out for a while.
Which has been out for a long time. Dead by Daylight, 24-hour peak is 66,000. Basically 67,000. It's 66,999 in 24 hours. And that has been out since July of 2016. So it's actually, and it's grown. Or June of 2016. The peak of June was 18,000, and now we're averaging. I think its highest was June 2021 at 100,000. Like, it ebbs and flows with new content. Actually, June 2025, 120,000 people playing it. Like, it's just, it has to be done good. But games like this, you've got Dead by Daylight, and everyone has it. It's been free a number of times. It's got so many different properties in it that it's just like, there's no way, like, there's no way, in my opinion, at the moment, to make a successful version of these types of games unless Dead by Daylight makes Dead by Daylight 2. Which there's no reason to make Dead by Daylight 2, because they just keep adding on more and more shit to Dead by Daylight, and it's fine. It's the apex of asymmetric PvP games.
Yeah. But aside from that, one other game that I actually thought looked kind of cool that they showed was this Chronoscript game, which is a action platformer, I guess you'd call it. And it does the 2D, 3D thing, where like some of the game is 2D, some of the game is 3D. And yeah, I thought it looked kind of cool. It has like an interesting art style. You're an editor trapped in a manuscript of an endless story, and you must write the final chapter. I'm not sure why the editor has to write the final chapter, but sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it looks cool, and it comes out next year. Most of these games come out next year.
Yeah, they're trying to lean on the Nintendo method of only give them like a year away or less. It seems anymore. Like everyone's starting to pick up like don't overhype a game that's 2 years out. Which is good. Like this, it looks like an interesting like side-scrolling platformer. I wonder if it's like Metroidvania style.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It does look cool though. It's got an interesting style to it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got a weird. I like the art style, but I don't like the color. If that makes sense.
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like sepia toned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get that.
It's interesting. Like I don't know if I would be able to really focus in and play it too much because like the character doesn't pop enough away from the background at times to where it's like I would lose my character. But it does look interesting. It does look neat. I did see a little bit as I was scrolling through the video before we started, Crimson Desert, which looks pretty wild.
Isn't that a game that's already out? Or am I thinking of something else?
I've heard the name before.
Yeah, it's out on Steam.
No, it's not.
No?
I just looked up Crimson Desert and it's Q1 2026.
I mean, it also says initial release date 2025. Oh, maybe.
Are you looking at the right Crimson Desert?
Okay.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I'm thinking of Black Desert Online.
Black Desert Online is that's an MMO.
Yeah, but this game was originally planned as a prequel to.
Yeah. But
the development eventually transformed into something else, and the game changed to a single-player game set in the same universe.
Yeah, which it looks stellar. Like, looks like it's got a lot of like flash and style to like everything that you can do. It's open world action adventure. It looked like at one point I'm watching a trailer. Trailers on both Steam and on the IGN. And it's looking like there's like some sort of like crafting situation in it a little bit too. The dragon looks pretty cool.
Yeah, like that game did look like interesting for sure. Apparently it was announced in 2020, so it's been a while, and it's going to come out in March of 2026. But I guess the last kind of big one, like Rich, you said at the beginning, they showed Wolverine finally. I believe this is the first gameplay we've gotten of it. This might be the first time we've seen it since the initial reveal.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And the initial reveal was September 2021.
Drew, I think Google needs to change that because
right?
I don't even. Drew sent us a screenshot where it says on Google initial release 2025. Like, I
literally inches below where it says March 19th, 2026.
Yeah, like the wiki isn't even saying that it was released in 2025. Which
that's impressive,
right?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was originally slated for 2025.
So there is a PC gamer, or no, there is an article on from Gematsu that's cited on Wiki that says it was delayed to Q1 2026 as of August of this year, the 12th of August of this year. So yeah, maybe it was the initial release was supposed to be the end of this year, but yeah, that's really. Previously planned late 2025 release window to Q1 2026. Yeah, so maybe that's why. Like, it's brand new, like the actual like pseudo release date, I guess. So that was expected release date. It shouldn't say initial release. It should have said expected release date or something. But yeah, it looks interesting. It's definitely a game I'd be really into.
Well, that's cool. Give you something a little different to play.
Yeah. But go ahead. Back to Wolverine.
Yeah, so they showed the first Wolverine gameplay. It looked cool. They showed like Omega Red, Mystique, I feel like Sabretooth maybe. But yeah, I mean it's kind of what I expected it to be. It's very very visceral and bloody. You're just Wolverine fucking killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Which is exactly what a Wolverine game probably should be.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's Insomniac, they did a really good job with Spider-Man. So like hopefully this is the case where like the game taking this long is not a bad sign because it has been. This game is not due to come out until spring of 2026. No, I'm sorry, comes out fall of 2026. The next time we'll see it is spring. So it's a year out. It's already 4 years since it was announced. So like by the time it comes out, it'll be like a 5-year cycle since it was announced, which means probably 6 or 7 years. Because I don't think they announced it like right when it got like into development. I feel like it was at least like in pre-production.
Yeah,
but we shall see. Hopefully, it doesn't suck.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I mean, it looks. I have faith in Insomniac when it comes to these games.
Yeah,
yeah,
and like it
do.
looks good.
I'm wondering if they are going to try to do some sort of connected universe with this and Spider-Man. I think they might be, but it's probably not going to be very relevant at all between the two.
Yeah, I could see this one maybe having like a tease in it for Spider-Man at the end or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did say during the like trailer to that like fans will like see like other things alluding to other Marvel characters or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but that was kind of the gist.
Avengers Tower was in the Spider-Man games, stuff like that. I think it wasn't Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum or whatever it's called was in it and Murdoch.
Yeah, there were lots of little like Easter eggs.
There were Easter eggs that those characters existed in the world. So it would make sense that like they would just try to do some sort of connected thing. And like honestly, the Spider-Man gameplay, like the Spider-Man combat system, would be a fantastic system to run a Wolverine combat system on, minus the web swinging. Like they already have the building blocks. They just need to refine it.
It's the Superman combat, right? It's the same as Batman, the Arkham games.
Yeah. So like all they have to do is really refine it for the specific character. But yeah, I think I have faith in this. I think it's going to be good, and I still need to do Spider-Man 2, so I guess that'll probably be my goal for next year, Spider-Man 2, before getting Wolverine. Yeah,
Spider-Man 2 was good.
I want to play it. I just haven't gotten it. There's been other things I've gotten instead.
That is fair. Is there anything else from the state of play either you guys want to call out?
I didn't watch it, so not really.
Sure.
I guess
not that I think of.
God of War is fucking 20 years old.
Yeah, lots of things are 20 years old though.
What the hell?
I'm gonna be honest. I was slightly surprised. It's only 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean, not that it's a huge difference, but I did think it came out in like 03 or 04. It took me a minute to remember it was 05.
Yeah, like I mean, I knew it was a PS2, started on the PS2, so
right,
that could have been anywhere between 2000 and 2006. I mean,
because God of War 3 was a PS3 game. I say 1 and 2 were PS1, 3 was PS3.
That sounds right.
PS2 and PS3. So yeah, that sounds right. I think that's right. And then there were the 2 PSP games because those happened. Oh, but I think that may be a show.
Yeah. I mean, Capcom also had an event today.
I didn't know that.
They did. They had an event today. I didn't get around to watching it yet. I just know that they spent the better part of the last 20 minutes of the 40-minute show on Monster Hunter content, like not just Wilds. It was, let's see, 10 minutes on Wilds, 10 minutes on Wilds, and then 10 minutes on stories, maybe like 8 minutes on stories. I haven't watched it yet, but like just scrolling through the video on YouTube, they did some Street Fighter stuff, some Mega Man. I gotta maximize this to see if I can.
You know what it might be? Mega Man is going to be in Sonic Racing.
No, there's like some sort of Mega Man Battle Network thing that they're showing off.
Because because at the Sony thing they did also mention or show that Mega Man was coming to the Sonic Racer. I forget what the Sonic racing game is called.
Their new, like, I think the game is like not Chronos or whatever. It was the game where you had the AI girl following you from the last PlayStation event that we had. Like I said, I'm just like scrolling through the thumbnail, the timeline of the video. Street Fighter stuff, some Ace Attorney stuff. Is that Onimusha? They gave us some Onimusha stuff, and it looked like some Resident Evil stuff as well. I'll talk about it tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week probably. That was this morning. They released.
It doesn't look like there was any like new announcements other than the Monster Hunter stuff.
I mean, it's the Monster Hunter stuff was all for the upcoming title update. For title update 3, which starts next week, as well as what they're gearing for title update 4, which is going to be in December. Because we already knew we were getting the crossover a couple weeks ago, but they highlighted it more with the Final Fantasy XIV crossover, with Ultima being a primary monster in Monster Hunter Wilds, which is weird, but okay. Like, it's not just like a one-off thing or like a side quest. It's like, this is a legitimate monster you're going to encounter in the wild. And then they announced like the big bad final boss of like the base game, it seems, for the next update, which is going to be a monster called Gogmazios, which is something I personally never encountered because I never got that far in Monster Hunter 4, I don't think. So yeah, that's really all. I didn't get to watch it. Probably gonna do a reactions video to it. I already have a vlogs planned for this Saturday. But I might change that around and move that to like Wednesday or something like that, because I mean I could still save that for next Sunday, because I'm doing a vlog talking about the next campaign of Critical Role. But I'll probably mess around with that and maybe do a vlog for at least the Monster Hunter content this week.
Nice. Well, I guess then that is going to do it for this week.
Yeah, sounds like a good time to stop and a good show.
Cool. Well, if you'd like to find more of our content, you can head over to www.one-quest.com. You can also help us out by supporting us at patreon.com/onequest. If you can't support us there with your dollars, though, you can go to your favorite podcast platform. Apple Podcasts, no, it's not Google Podcasts anymore. It's fucking YouTube.
YouTube Music.
Spotify, YouTube. No, it's not even YouTube Music. It's just YouTube. It's silly. It's like it goes into YouTube Music too, but it's so weird. But yeah, rate us, review us, subscribe to us. Those things all help. You can find us on social media, facebook.com/onequestonline or at @one_quest on Instagram and Twitter. And Blue Sky, we are at one-quest.com. You can find our YouTube channel at youtube.com/onequestvideo. And you can always send us an email to social@one-quest.com. And Rich, what is your streaming looking like?
Twitch.tv/b_walnuts for video game streaming, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Hollow Knight. Really, Hollow Knight and Sea of Thieves is really all it is. Like, I wanted to beat Hollow Knight in time for October, to do Spooky Month in October. I don't know if that's going to happen. So we're going to have to dedicate some time to Spooky time in October until I beat Hollow Knight. So we'll probably have to move like Hollow Knight to once a week or move Spooky Night to once a week. Until I beat it, but there's so fucking much in Hollow Knight that's really all I'm playing at the moment. There's so much, and I don't know how long the last chapter is. Maybe I'll beat that this weekend, and we'll have enough time for Spooky. My theme for Spooky is whatever I already own or is free, because I can't think of a good theme this year that is combined with, not free, but that's available on other things that I have access to, like Game Pass and whatnot. But
right.
I don't have a real good theme this year because I can't think of one because I don't have any money for theming. So it's just all whatever I can find this month. Who knows? Maybe I'll just do Dead by Daylight all month. I don't know. Some people like PvP shit. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, come check me out. Twitch.tv/b_walnuts. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
And with that, we will be back next week with something else to talk about. Thanks for listening. Bye.
See yas.